Greetings and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday version of the 6-Minute Daily. It's going to be a bright and shiny day, and apparently a bright and shiny Superman, which we're going to get to as the first few stories are mostly about Super Week, Superman, and a super bummer because the press is screwing it all up. Boy, howdy. This is a crazy, crazy thing. I want to say a special thank you to Dean Krantz for 5 CultureCasino memberships. Thank you for that, Dean. That is wonderful. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you. And I know those people actually appreciate their memberships. Speaking of memberships, tonight you will soon see at the end of this stream something pop up if you're a member. That's right. It's going to be tonight's movie night. We are watching Super Troopers, the irreverent comedy that they couldn't probably make today by Broken Lizard and the team. And we have to say that troop is great. Hence, Super Troopers. You're going to want to check that out if you are a member. Movie night for everybody that's a member on my channel. Bone is in the house. Great to see you. We've got Kresha Key out there as well. Weatherman, Low Spec, Linux Gaming, Dr. Jill Powers, Ms. Pick Cafe, and of course, OC Dobbins. We've got SFX F314 Saber, Tooth Raptor, Tony Piacente, and many, many more, including Morgan King and Certipupus Cube, our favorite polar bar. Criticible the Rainbow Knight is here, our prismatic paladin of right and light. Great to see you, my friend. The beautiful Deeple, of course. And, of course, Chef Eddie. Hello, Chef Eddie. Good to see you. Let's see. I hope everybody's having fun. Superman had its world premiere last night. There's some people on the carpet. And lots of ridiculousness ensued. Still angry about that. Jed Revenwolf is here. Probably looking forward to Superman on Thursday. We've got the Delaware Beer Drinker here. Have a wonderful day, you too, my friend, you too. The lovely Cynthia Carter is joining us this evening, and Ruby Hoove returns with a gifty. That's right. Thank you, Ruby Hoove. You are amazing, dear. Davina Duckworth is here saying good morning, along with Cloud Sailing. Great to see you, my friend. Grim. Good morning, Grim. And so many more. I'm so happy we're having this day. And once again, Dean, thank you very much for the gifties. Randall Orser's here all the way from Canada. Our pal DL Fendel is here. You people again. Oh, let me tell you, I dropped the video today. I've got another one that's going to be shocking. You will be shocked there's gabbling in this here establishment. The Batcap. Good morning, my friend, and I hope everything's well. I want to say thank you for a gifty from our friend Hoove. The amazing Hooves are here, and they are incredible. I think that's how you say it. Hey, Brad Max here. What's up, Brian? And Razorbird, one of our favorite rivet heads. All right, friends. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in 6 minutes and all, so we need to get cooking. 17 stories plus a bear story that you're all going to love and a short amount of bonus time we'll have at the end. But let's pick up from the beginning, and the beginning starts with James Gunn saying it's nonsense to think that Superman will flop if it doesn't make $700 million. It doesn't have to be as big as people are saying, which is a fabrication. And I'm not sure he actually said this because I don't trust the media anymore when it comes to any headline they write. In fact, I have to say, the trades have not done Superman any favors. If anything, they have created adversarial and divisive situations at every turn. Except, when they're writing about the fact that $400 million for a film. Well, that's sometimes what they cost. Not the film itself, but the film plus promotions and everything that goes along with it. Superman's more expensive than has been revealed. And of course, the ad spend on it's been ridiculous. I mean, this one's about $140 million in ads so far. You've got David Cornsweet, saying that this is going to be a bright and optimistic Superman. And you're going to start to hear reports about this movie because the deadline or the embargo ran out last night at 9 p.m. Pacific or midnight Eastern. So there's a lot of actual information out there over on even Latino Slant's channel. You've got James Gunn wanting to bring color and joy back to Superman. In some ways, it's lighter. Well, yeah, it didn't have the charcoal filter that Zack Snyder put in every film he's ever made. So it doesn't look dark all the time. It doesn't look like it's noir all the time. It actually has some brightness and color and hopefully a little bit lighter on the story, although we've seen a super temper tantrum and a Lois and Clark that I don't really recognize as such. It's very bad in many ways. It's very good in other ways. And I'm just hoping it's tolerable when I see it on Thursday. Superman's first reactions say it's a terrific start for DC Studios, and it's not limited, obviously, to the trades like Hollywood Reporter, Variety, and Deadline, which are all owned by Penske Media, and again, seem to be adversarial to the film. But they are saying that the latest addition to the superhero genre is pretty good and pretty positive. And as you go through the reactions, that's a lot of people enjoying this film. And a lot of people have been hanging on to their thoughts for a long, long time. The Supergirl movie is due out next year in 2026. And as far as I know, it might be okay. We don't know. Nobody knows. I'm not even going to pretend that somebody would know at this point. Based on what this film looks like and what's been said around it, you're going to come away with two thoughts. Some of the reactions say that the film soars as a thrilling start to the DC universe. Corn Sweat is exceptional, sharing off-the-charts chemistry with Rachel Brosnahan, which I hope is true. I would like to see a love story between Clark and Lois, and I just don't want them to fight all the time. Those interviews that are being done, an interview with Superman, those are rough. Not great. On the record, in fact. James Gunn confirms that Matt Reeves has turned in the Batman 2 script, and he says so far it's great. I'm not sure if that was an off-the-cuff statement, if there's notes coming, if this is the final script, if this is just a draft. We don't know any of that information, but we do know that the script is in, and we're hoping it's also good. But James Gunn, Nathan Fillion, and more were confronted on the red carpet last night, and apparently, and more on MAGA outrage over director saying Superman is immigrant. Okay, Variety is lying through their teeth in the way this is being presented and not in the content that it contains. I don't have anything to say to anybody, was what Gunn said out loud. Spreading hate was added by Variety. It was nowhere in the quote from James Gunn. It's not even related to the story. There's a lot of things being made up and spun out of whole cloth. This is becoming a real problem. For example, Gunn says Superman is about an immigrant that came from other places. This is the story from July 6th, one of 3 written by Penske Media Trades that were all incredibly inaccurate, drawing quotes from the original article over here on the Times of London. Unfortunately, I took a lot of information from Penske Media when I made a video a couple days ago without having the complete context of what was written. If you can get to the Times of London to read this article, it's going to clear a lot of things up for you. You have Disney exploring a sale of A&E Networks global media to somebody else, which makes a lot of sense since they're getting out of the TV business. You've got Jon Stewart questioning the reasons behind Paramount's settlement with Trump. A shameful settlement, he says, and talking to one of the worst 60 Minutes reporters ever known to man. You've got Paramount Skydance getting its last extension, a 90-day that takes us into October, theoretically, and deal will be done by then, if not sooner. You have Charlize Theron playing the victim as ever, wanting to call out studios for not taking risks on female-led action films. The problem is they're usually poorly marketed as girl boss movies, and you end up with Ballerina, even though that's a great movie. Nobody went to see it. You see Trump's setting the 25% tariffs on 12 nations, plus South Korea and Japan. I guess that's 14. And they're set at 25% until somebody decides something. Wall Street's mixed because of this action, although really AP doesn't know anything. And travelers are, going to get a final break from taking off their shoes at the airport, which I'm looking forward to. We have a bear story in bonus time, and then we're off. That's right. We're headed over to That Park Place live for Morning Magic with my pals. All right, let's get to it. We got some bonus in the hopper. So we're going to jump to bonus right now. And I'm going to say thank you to each and every one of you. I know that I probably missed some chats because we were really focused on getting through everything today. But I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you. You are amazing. Let's look at this bear thing. This is a great bear story. I think Six will even like this one. I thought it was a lot of fun when I came across it last night. And well, here we go. Da 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 da. Bammo. Oops. I need to. Well, what happened to my window? What happened? All right, let's shrink this down. And a black bear, believe it or not, was roaming around the streets of Pismo Beach. And we have a video, which makes me crazy happy. Hopefully you can see it. Here we go. Maybe not. There we go. So there's a bear walking around on the street. Of course, that's a cub. Just walking around. And they found him later in a tree. They tranquilized him and then took him to a wildlife rehabilitation center. And it's amazing. But you can see him here in the street. It's just amazing. It's amazing. So anyway, I thought you guys would enjoy that. I like bears. I don't know why. I'm pretty wild, though. A lot of people have been seeing bears. A lot of cars have been running into bears. You need to be bear aware if you're in bear country, and bear country is expanding. One of the things that scares me about this is that we need to manage our wildlife as well as our forests. We haven't been doing either very well recently, despite the fact that people claim to be conservationists. They are not conserving anything. That's a real issue. Not a huge fan of an uncontrolled population of any wild animal, especially when it starts to overtake areas and, well, rob other species of opportunities to survive. And believe it or not, in some areas of this country, that's happening with bears. And a lot of bears are returning to areas they haven't been in for a long, long time because their population has expanded so much. This should have wildlife officials a little bit more concerned, but they haven't been of late. We'll have to see if they can change that. I hope they can, because I would like to have bears for a long time in their natural environments and with fewer human interactions. Great to see you guys out there. Carl's in the house. Chef Eddie's like, duh, bears. Indeed. But yeah, this is a little guy. And just walking around. But yeah, they tranquilized him and took him to rescue, and he'll be evaluated and re-released probably back in the wild. Did they stand under the tree when he got tranked? No, we are not going to see that again for a while, I hope. That was a terrible incident. D-Bud says, just joined. Was Superman good? Well, according to a lot of first reactions, yes. Personally, I don't see it until Thursday, so I can't tell you. I was going to try to see it tonight, but it's just not worth it. It's too much driving, and it's too late for me. So there's really only, I think, 2 theaters in my area that were showing it early through Amazon, so no dice. But yeah, it is what it is. The bear was just doing his weekly shopping. That probably is true to an extent. They do rob the groceries and such. I do want to say thank you to SFX of 314 Sabertooth Raptor for 5 Culture Casino Cash, saying it's off to see the WDW Pro Wizard. The wonderful, masterful WW Pro Wizard. Speaking of wizard, we're headed over to Morning Magic. I hope you will join me. Automatic redirect is set. You will automatically go over there if you're on the tube. If you're on the green machine, please check out the channel over there. For those of you who've been out there in the world, I just want to say thank you for enjoying the show live. If you're watching on the replay, leave me #replay gang, down in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button before you leave, and share the stream, share the dream, share the channel and videos around, including the one I dropped this morning. On that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya for real.